Something has happened over the weekend for Bitcoin that has never ever happened in 12 years. And I'm going to show you what that exactly is in today's episode. And of course, we're going to talk about the Bitcoin price, my short-term and also my long-term outlook, because that is both connected to what I have found. And if you think that is interesting, then you should definitely stick around here. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, you are liking this video, and also activate the bell so that you will never miss out on these really important updates. And now let's jump directly into today's content here. So I'm gonna start off today with the 4-hourly chart. So, and over the weekend there has not really happened a lot, and let me show you what I mean. So here is the whole weekend price action, and look at that range. So we did basically not move anywhere over the weekend. We were moving between not even $200 more or less, you know. So if you cut out the wicks and take only the candle bodies, that was not even a $200 range that we were trading over the weekend, which makes it also kind of untradeable or not enjoyable to trade, because you need like 100x leverage to scalp. Like, I don't know, if you're lucky, you can scalp 10%, like a 0.1% move, and you have to catch it right in both directions, so it makes absolutely no sense. So Bitcoin was definitely dead in the water here over the weekend. So, but what I want to show you is that we had a potential false move here on Friday. So here, that is, these 3 candles is potentially the false move that we got on Friday. And that means we should get a reversal back by tonight when the markets are opening again, or by tomorrow, back to the upside. Because everybody that went short here thought we break lower and got trapped, because that support at $26,520 is holding. As long as we keep holding that, all the shorts that went up here or there, so between 26,700 and 26,650, they are trapped over the weekend in that range here. And most likely what's going to happen is then, once the market is opening again, we see a move to the upside to liquidate everybody. So that means we have actually to go higher, and everybody goes long in the process, and then it gets reversed again back to the downside. That's normally what's happening after the weekend, and especially when we find false moves like this here, where we have then afterwards just some sideways chop. That's what I'm expecting for tonight or tomorrow potentially. So some confluence to that will be also the imbalance that we see here, where we got a fast move to the downside, which was creating a void in the order book, and that void here with that fast move to the downside has to be filled again. So the price has to come back up here to balance out the order book, and that would give us a move to $27,000, and that would also coincide with a false move here back on Monday to liquidate everybody that went here into shorts, because I'm pretty sure nobody went in with 3, 5, only 10x leverage. The majority went with 25, 50 or 100x leverage into trades over the weekend that are trapped now. So, and they will get liquidated once we are reaching here 27,000, or potentially moving a little bit higher than that, because we know from the past that imbalances working a little bit different than in the Forex market. In the Forex market, they would go to the cent to the top of the imbalance, but in crypto they're usually overshooting. So there is a chance that we get up to like $27,400, and from there I see us coming back down. Now, when we move on here on the daily chart, here also nothing really has changed over the weekend. We are still under this major downward sloping resistance line. A move to $27,400 would just bring us slightly above here. And remember, I told you guys 2 days ago, I expect here a false break to the upside, because normally the first break out of a downward sloping trend line like this that held us down for months is a false break, where we see price action coming back under the line and then potentially moving back up. So, and that is then the real move, because that is basically here a retest where we dip under that line again, and then the next move above that is actually the real move that we want to see. So, and you see also on the daily, it kind of coincides with the idea that I have that price action will see a move to the upside and then return back down, and then we'll get the correct breakout to the upside. So there is, of course, the potential once we are breaking here out to the upside on after the retest, that we are targeting $27,800, $28,000 and potentially go from there even higher in direction of $30,000, especially with what I have found that I'm going to show you in a second, are these targets coming closer and closer in reach for us. On the 4-hourly chart, I forgot to show you guys something, but for this to be happening, what we need to see first here on the 4-hourly chart is that the price action will reclaim the middle band of this Gaussian channel here. So over the weekend we broke under it, but the stochastic RSI is about to flip bullish. The MACD, not the stochastic RSI, the MACD. So the RSI is neutral, is just going sideways over the whole weekend, which is also something that I haven't seen in quite a while. And when we're looking on the stochastic, yeah, the stochastic has some more room to go here to the upside, but I rely here in that scenario more on the RSI and the MACD. So if the MACD pinches here to the upside, we see a little push up to like 26,700, then I think also the RSI will see an uptick, and then we definitely will move into a higher price level. So that is definitely something that I would be watching here for you guys, you know. So pull up your charts and watch what's going to happen here. If we see price action moving lower before the daily open, then of course the RSI will point to the downside, and we're gonna see here a false buy signal, and that will turn then basically into a sell signal and will continue to move to the downside. When it comes to potential trades, my trade plan has not shifted yet for new trades. I still have one trade running that's a little bit underwater. I will be here absolutely transparent. But with that false move to the upside, I will get back into profit, which is absolutely fine. Otherwise, I have a stop loss set up. And otherwise, if you are looking for other trades, so these are my next trades here. You see this trade goes all the way up to exactly $27,000, and I will cancel the short trade because I believe we are going up here. So, and once we are clearing $26,700, that's your entry, because there's some resistance holding us down here already before the weekend. And once we are above that level, that's your entry level, and you can trade this to $27,000 then. So if you want to trade this move, then don't forget, I would do this on BYBIT. BYBIT is still, in my opinion, one of the best exchanges out there, where you get $30,000 if you sign up with my specific link. And also join the trading competition. I will set up a specific Discord server only for that trading competition, where I post and live stream all my trades that I'm going to do during that competition. So if you want to be part of that, go sign up with that link. You have still 6 days to do so. You only need to deposit $300 to be part of the competition, and look for my team AMC Winners. That's the name of it. Go to the website here. There we go. So you go here to KCGI. That's the trading competition. Then you click on futures trading. The internet's really slow. Just let's give it here a second. Yeah, okay, but you know the drill, guys. You know, so you go then to futures trading. You have seen it, and then you choose the team AMC Winners. Join my team. Now, what I wanted to tell you, what's actually happening here right now for Bitcoin that has never happened before. I want to show you that because that's really, really interesting, and you should definitely still stick around here and not to now binge into something else. Is that the total supply held by short-term holders for Bitcoin is at the lowest level in 12 years. Let me say this again. The total supply held by short-term Bitcoin holders is at the lowest point in 12 years. So there were no ever in the history of Bitcoin in the last 12 years such a little amount of short-term holders than right now. But what does that mean for us? So now when we are looking at it here at the orange line, so there right now, 2.4 million short-term Bitcoins that are held by short-term holders. So what is with the other 17 million? A part of that is lost, we all know that, but the other part means is held by long-term holders that are not willing to sell. And that also means that the majority of the short-term sellers has left the building. Either they became now long-term holders. I think they are considering you a long-term holder if you hold for longer than half a year or a year when you're not have moved your Bitcoins, something like that. Let me see, maybe here in the description it's written, no, it's actually not. So, but that's fine, So, but it means that either they have held long enough to turn into a long-term holder or they have actually sold. And what does that mean for us? That means if nobody is selling, the price has only one direction to go, right? So over time, I'm not saying tomorrow, but in the next couple weeks and months, we're gonna see a supply squeeze where the price action will explode to the upside because nobody is willing to sell. And that has to happen to create interest to parties that are wanting to buy Bitcoin. So if nobody is there to, for parties that would be willing then to sell Bitcoin, because if nobody wants to sell anymore at these prices, what has to happen? The price has to move up to create interest for sellers to sell at these prices so that other people can buy. When we are putting this into perspective, where we are at right now in the cycle, then you see we getting now here on that BLX chart really, really close to the end of the accumulation phase. So we have seen that before here in 2014 to 2000 late 15, and then again, so then we had a bull run, then from end of December 2017 until November 2020, and then again a bull run, and now we are seeing the same thing again, where we had a bear market. The bear market was lasting actually a little bit longer. I did not update this for quite a while. I would say that we lasted until here in the bear market. So, and now we see clearly that we are at the end potentially of that accumulation phase that will be ending in November. So if we see in November maximum by November a break above $32,000, then we know we have left the accumulation phase. That is the beginning of the bull run and the beginning of the supply shock that I have just shown you, because people are not willing to sell at these prices anymore. So price has to move up to create the interest that people want to change again hands with their crypto. When we're looking then here also on this BLX chart that is on the daily, so this one here with the cycle is on the weekly. On the daily, I'm not ruling out that by next week we could see here this final flush to the downside. That would also coincide with the fractal that we have here in the chart, and then we would see by also here the beginning of November an upwards move into $32,000 by potentially the end of this year. So if we would follow this fractal, it would still take some time until early next year or really, really late this year. But in my opinion, it's definitely coming. We are not far away anymore. If you are holding your Bitcoins and you held them through all the bear market, keep holding. We are so close to get to the end where we see the light. Guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure that you smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you then again tomorrow.